Hey, my name is David, and today we're going to use the new WordPress development toolkit to create a WordPress plugin. So I'm going to come in here and make a new plugin called Video Library. Eventually, some of these fields will have site options you can pull from. Plugin type, simple or standard. A standard plugin is going to come with more sort of scaffolding and architecture, a few additional files. A simple plugin is going to come somewhat less opinionated, but also all of the advanced options below here. The options panel, the queuing of assets, and feature tools won't be included in simple plugins. So we'll start with the standard plugin. You can toggle in between the plugin license. For now, we'll say private. And for the primary namespace, we will say Movie Studio Action Adventure Team. We'll select the plugin version, a team that we work on maybe. I'm going to say include the options panel and say generate plugin. That is going to download a zip to my local machine. I'm going to copy that. Old video library code I had been using in here to work with. There we go. Now I should be able to come in here. If I refresh, I will see that video plugin with the version we made. I'm going to activate that. And now when I come in here to settings, I should see settings video library has already been made for me. And oh, we have some double enqueued assets here in between these two. There we go. Here I can see some simple fields ready to go. I should be able to save those. And that option was saved. So that is an example of installing the new plugin there. If we take a look here in the video library real quick, we'll see that we have an app folder. That's where the majority of our code lives. Some of these other files, like the README file here, just took some of that data that we gave it and created some information for developers and perhaps the team I work on. This is obviously still beta for some reason. That didn't work there. But this plugin is now active and working. We can see in here that we reference a copy of the options panel. Its namespace is WPOP, or WordPress Phoenix Options Panel. That file for the panel, if you're looking to reference it, lives within the vendor WordPress Phoenix Options Builder class folder. And then within app, if we take a look here at the class plugin, this is the main plugin file that gets initialized here by the main sort of plugin file, the main plugin class, I guess. So if we take a look in this main plugin class here, we are running an initializing class for the admin and one for shared public includes. And if I look here in the admin init, we are initializing the options panel in the constructor. And then if we take a look here, a few key things to note here. Because the options panel uses a namespace, we have to say use. And here I say use the options panel as ops. And I do that because we want to be able to reference all of the subclasses very quickly, and referencing them as v29 would be very confusing. So here is one time where we would reassign the namespace because we were using a sort of pseudo versioned namespace here. So we would rename that something ops or options or options panel, whatever you want to work with in your class. Then I run this internal method here within this class. This is just a class within my admin namespace. And then here I set up a new page. I define a target parent ID within WordPress. This stuff can all be changed. We could put this under the media page here under upload.php. This ID is what's used for the slug up here. And then some additional metadata that gets used to build the panel, an icon, page title. Here I reassign this variable, this object, to a variable within this class. So I can just say this site add options, add part. Add part is a method within this page class. And then I can just add a section and add some fields. At the moment, the builder takes fields in the order that you add them here. Eventually, we're going to add some other mechanisms to reorder fields, but for now, you can see a basic example of how to add a media field or a toggle switch or a select dropdown. And finally, this little piece down here initializes our panel. So we say this site options initialize panel. And that is a quick walkthrough of the OptionsBuilder class.